Why, hello. Hey, YouTube friends. Welcome back. How's everybody doing? My name is Danielle Coleman, and you are here at Dee's Creative Corner. I am a Creative Memories Independent Advisor, and I love scrapbooking, and I hope you do too. That's why you're here. So today we are going to talk a little bit about Creative Memories border punches and their border frame punches. We've discussed the border cartridge system in previous videos, and I have a large collection of these frame punches and border punches that I just want to share and give you guys a little bit of idea what goes on behind them. I know a lot of you guys have already seen videos, but there might be that new person that has never seen them and might want one. So I have another lovely scrapbooking shirt on. It says, "Don't make me crop you out." So I hope everybody is doing good. All is well in June down in southeastern Kansas. I am counting down our days for our move, and you guys will be the first to know when we hit the road, because I may do a live or something like that. So never know. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give my channel a like, a subscribe, notify, any of that fun stuff to stay in tune with what I have up and coming. So, all right, let's flip you guys over to my desk and see what I have. So, hello. I have what are border punches. We have a lot that have come and gone. And right now, I'm just showing you a few that we have currently in our line. And you know, as supply and demand, we go through our products, and Creative Memories will always be changing up their inventory, so we don't have the same things to offer all the time. This one right here is hand tools, and these border punches are fabulous for either, obviously, border punches, what they're called, and all the little cutouts along with it can be used. And this is why I'm going to show you this one first. So how these work, they have a spring lever, and you just clip that open and close. And then when you flip it over to the front where the paper slides in, you'll see these guides. That's where you're going to guide your paper in. And then when you flip it over, you're going to want to be matching up either right or left, however you feel comfortable. And once I punch, you'll see what I'm talking about, which way you want to go. And there's a little lip in the back where the paper guides in and it stops. And so what I always do is I start, with my 12-inch piece of paper. And right now it's 12 inches by 6 inches. And I'm going to slide it in. And when I have the edge of the paper, you'll see I'll have it lined up to that black edge. So I'm going to press down, and my camera's going to wiggle. And there we go. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to line these gray tools up with the existing punch. So you see there's not a hammer on there, and the puzzle doesn't match. So we have to go to the tool that it matches, and then we're going to punch again, and then keep sliding it until you see the tools that match, because it's lining up to the screwdriver and the wrench. And give it a punch. Excuse my shakies. And we'll just keep sliding it down. And as you see, I'm just guiding and lining it up. All right, so there we have our border punch, which we could use just as so. We can take our 12-inch trimmer, cut that off, and put it against another type of paper for a border. And then bonus, look at all of these extra little tools that you can play with for additional embellishing. So that is great for this particular one. I love that. And this is, again, it's called Hand Tools, and this is a border punch. We have border frame punches as well, and I'll show you those, but I just want to, I'm going to get this debris out of the way. I'm going to show, and then, yeah, just to close it, press the lever and this little locking mechanism. There you go. And I always do the label maker just so I know if I'm unsure of something, I can do a quick search and make sure I have it. So there's that. And then there's this gear wheel. I'm going to show you that. I opened it, and I'm going to put it into all the way to the end to the guide. And I'm going to give it a little punch. And I'm going to slide it until all the gears match and I don't see. And I'm going to keep going. And you're going to notice that this is more of, it is not staying on the page. It's an actual chain. So here we have the actual border punch that detaches from the paper, and it's like a actual border. And the debris from this, not so fun, not really necessary to keep. So I just wanted to show you a couple of those. And that was the gear punch. And I'm going to move that to the side. And then I have the postage stamp. And this one is also, they're all the same mechanism, the open with the lever in the back. And then you put the paper in there. And I'm going to move that up there. I'm going to line it up to the guide. And I'm going to punch. And now I'm going to line up the frame around it. And you notice that the design that this is giving. And there's some that are really delicate and they're hard to line up. I've had some, I think it's the basket weave I have, and I seem to over punch and I don't get that one all the time. Just like I did right there. I was going a little too fast and I didn't line it up properly. I would obviously do that one again, but I am doing it quickly on the video to show you what the postage stamp looks like. And you can also use the little debris cut from that as little stamps. So those are a few of the border punches. And now I'm going to share with you the frame punches that we have. The frame, there's a little difference now. You can do the border punch, but these ones you can make frames. So what I did here is I took some paper. This is 4x4, 4x6, and 6x8 to show you a couple different options of ways to do these frames. This first one is the geometric frame punch, and I always make sure I label it frame so then I know it is a frame. And this one there's a paper guide here and here. So if you just want to use the border punch, you're going to use this guide. And now that we're doing the frame, we're using this. So let's do a 4x4 in the geometric. And I'm going to, and these can be square or like 6 by 8, 6 by 10. You can't have odd numbers. It works better when they are, you know, 6 by 8, 4 by 8, in increments of 2, I believe. Forgive me if I'm incorrect. So there is my first punch. I started my paper on this line over here. And now I'm going to, the same as the border, I'm lining this up and I'm going to give it a punch. And now I am, wait, what did I do? And there, no, this is incorrect. So that is not going to work. That is an oops. So let's try this again. Here's my 4 by 6. I'm going like this, there, and there. There we go. As you notice, there was, I got a little off there. With this one, I didn't turn it. It was supposed to be one punch. That's what the problem was with that. So you're lining it up with that, and a punch, and there you go. There's your little geometric off of a 4 by 6 piece of paper. Let's try this 4 by 4 again. I believe, so when I have this in, I think I should have only punched it once. That's what so there's my 1, and see that it gives, I punched it twice. This is why we do this, so we can learn together. And just a little hair, and line that up, give it a punch, and turn it, and give it a punch. So there we go. So that's what it's supposed to look like. From here's 4 by 4, 2 punches. That would have been consistent if I just wanted it on right there. But being I wanted it a frame, that is what it was only 1 punch on each side. So I hope that made sense. You're going in and lining it up on this line versus the front line, and you're rotating it into around like the frame. I'll close this one. I'm gonna get the spring leaves punch here. This is a new spring leaves frame. This is a new one. And let's do a 6 by 8, see how this turns out. So I'm gonna start with the side, push the paper all the way to the end, to the guide. And here it's lined up. Pull that up to the camera. You see there's that little line there. And then we'll give it a little punch. And we're still lining up the pattern, the puzzle, so it guides through. And that's what happens if it's not exact. And you can just get your scissors and fussy cut those out. And then there you go. So you have just like an inch, and this is where you're gonna turn, and so we get that frame. And we're just gonna keep punching, turn, and now we are going to the end. And then these types of frames you can use and put your photos inside. And there's just a lot of different options with these border punches and border frame punches. So, and there's that. There is our 6 by 8 piece of paper that we could probably fit like maybe a 3.5 by 5.5 or 4 by 6. I don't have, I do, but yeah, that's a 4x6, so a little bit would be out. I would probably trim it down to like a 3x5 if I were using that. So, all right, so that was just a real quick little tutorial on our border punches and frame punches. I'll get you back up here. Hello, and I hope all that was okay. I showed you how we messed up a little bit on the 4x4 punch, and I just gave it one extra punch on the frame, which I shouldn't have. So it's been a while since I did that one. So thank you so much for tuning in, and thanks again. If there's anything, here's my little link. You can feel free to shop there anytime. All of the punches that I shared today are still available. And thanks again, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.